I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Before Hillary Clinton stood by her man through one of the biggest presidential scandals in the history of the United States. Before Hillary rocked a power suit like no one else could. Before Hillary Clinton deleted a whole bunch of emails.
Can you just say what's in the emails? That's all we want to know. If you tell us what's in the email, I'll get over it.
Yeah.
The American people are sick and tired of hearing about your damn emails.
Thank you.
Before Hillary Clinton ran for president in 2008, only to lose the Democratic nomination to a junior senator named Barrack Hussein Obama.
I did not mention his name.
Your husband did.
Well, I'm here. He's not.
Okay, well, I can't tell who I'm running against sometimes.
Before serving as First Lady, a U.S. Senator, and Secretary of State. Before Hillary Clinton ran again in 2016, only to find herself in another surprisingly close race, this time with self-proclaimed Democratic socialist Bernie Sanders.
People aren't dumb. Why in God's name does Wall Street make huge campaign contributions? I guess just for the fun of it. They want to throw money around.
Oh yeah, and there was the other guy.
She's terrible. She's terrible.
Hillary Clinton grew up the eldest of three just outside of Chicago, Illinois, and her family, they were conservative as well as Republican. Now, she uncovered some fraudulent documents towards Richard Nixon while she was only 13 years young. She also wrote a letter to NASA asking them how she could become an astronaut. They told her not to worry about it because girls, they don't become astronauts. Young Hillary excelled in school, finishing in the top 5% of her high school classes, and continued on to the Wellesley College and then Yale Law. There she would meet a fellow law student and Southern charmer, the future 42nd President of the United States, Slick Willie himself, I'm talking Bill Clinton. Hillary would go on to work on the Watergate scandal as well as campaigning for equality in the workplace and children's advocacy groups. She also worked for million-dollar companies before becoming the First Lady in 1993. And then everyone in the world would know the name Hillary Clinton, but it wasn't for the right reasons. Well, not entirely.
I wouldn't dream of asking Chelsea and Mrs. Clinton to forgive me.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, and welcome to Before They're Famous, documenting the life and career of the most powerful woman in politics, talking about Hillary Clinton, here for you on Before They're Famous. Now, in the past, we have done Before They're Famous on Bernie Sanders, Donald Trump, as well as Ben Carson. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below who you want to hear about next, and be sure to check out those other videos. Diane Rodham was born on October 26, 1947. The big sister to two younger brothers, she was raised in the middle-class neighborhood of Park Ridge just outside of Chicago, Illinois. Coming from humble beginnings, Hillary's childhood was the picture of the American family. Her mother Dorothy was a homemaker and her father Hugh designed and sold drapes. Despite Hillary coming from a Republican household and one with traditional views, her parents both decided that their daughter was too intelligent and too ambitious to be held back and live a mediocre life, or for anyone to say she can't do something just because she's a girl.
I suppose I could have stayed home and baked cookies and had teas, but what I decided to do was to fulfill my profession, which I entered before my husband was in public life.
Outside of being a normal kid enrolled in softball and swimming, Hillary became obsessed with politics, and this was an interest that would be encouraged and fostered by her father. Between Girl Scout meetings, student council, and the school newspaper at Maine East High, Hillary was volunteering on presidential campaigns. At 13, following the very close 1960 US presidential election, Hillary uncovered evidence of electoral fraud against Republican candidate Richard Nixon. She got to action, getting the word out, campaigning any way she could, but later on in her career, well, this would be a guy's mess that she would have to go and clean up. In Hillary's late teens, she found that her childhood support of the Republican Party did not pair well with her developing involvement in civil rights and anti-war movements. Midway through her degree at Wellesley College, well, Hillary, she decided to switch teams and become a Democrat. Pursuing her interest in politics and justice, Hillary Clinton decided to sign up for Yale Law School in 1971, and there she would become smitten with the man by the name of William Clinton, but you all know him as Bill. They dated for the rest of their time at law school, and Bill proposed in 1973, and of course Hillary, she said no. That's right, she said no. Yeah, there was something about him she just wasn't sure about. I wonder what it was. No, I don't.
Miss Lewinsky.
Then in 1975, the two got wet. Hillary would continue using her maiden name to keep their careers separate, Over the next 15 years, while Bill was the Attorney General and then Governor of Arkansas, Hillary gave birth to their only child, Chelsea. She continued practicing law, she co-founded the Children's Defense Fund, and was named one of the top 100 most influential lawyers in America by the National Law Review. Not once, but twice. She also served on the board of multi-million-dollar companies including Lafarge, TCBY, and Walmart. Yeah, the woman was busy. Then in 1993, Hillary's career, well, it took a huge turn when she decided to work from home. That home just so happened to be the White House. I wonder why she did that. No, I don't. Well, she had to be the First Lady, but also to keep an eye on Bill. Hillary became the first ever First Lady to have a postgraduate education and hold office in the West Wing alongside her husband.
I always say that my slogan might well be buy one, get one free.
As First Lady, Hillary pushed forward a reform healthcare package unofficially nicknamed Hillary Care. This wouldn't get passed. Then in support of her husband and his lockdown on tough on crime, well, she decided to drop these comments, which would resurface in her 2016 run for presidency.
They are often the kinds of kids that are called super predators. No conscience, no empathy. We can talk about why they ended up that way, but first we have to bring them to heel.
Now, Hillary's 8 years in the White House, it wasn't all smooth sailing. In fact, there was a few bumps in the road, and those bumps, well, we'll call them Paula, Jennifer, Monica, and Kathleen.
In my ear, he said, I've wanted to do this ever since I laid eyes on you.
Yes, I was Bill Clinton's lover for 12 years.
And he told me how he liked the way my curves were, and he liked the way my hair went down to the middle of my back. That happened because I didn't have enough feelings of self-worth.
Despite the numerous allegations, hearing, and impeachment trials, Hillary remained by Bill's side through it all.
Stand by your man.
In 2000, while Bill's political career was winding down, Hillary's was just getting started. She was elected to the US Senate for the state of New York, and that left a lot of people around the world wondering if there might be another Clinton in the White House someday soon. As for the rest of the story, well, you guys know the story because this is Before They're Famous.
I represented Wall Street as a senator from New York, and I went to Wall Street before the big crash that we had, and I basically said, cut it out.
My name is Mike McCran. Thanks for checking out my personal channel. I do all sorts of celebrity bios on here. We've done a few politicians, but we cover all the bases here on Before They're Famous, even after they're famous, and before they were dead. So if you're thinking about someone, I've likely already done them. I think we've done almost 400 videos, so be sure to browse around, hit subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below who you want to hear about next.
Did it have anything to do with the fact that Wall Street spent billions of dollars on lobbying and campaign contributions? Well, some people might think, yeah, that had some influence.